Hello and welcome to another episode of MA's podcast. In front of me, we got a guest, and he is a very special one, I must say. He is a triathlete and also a BR performance coach. Thank you very much for joining us, Leo.
Thank you
Appreciate it.
so much. I really appreciate to be here today, man.
Thank you. Can you tell the viewers or the listeners a little bit more about who Leo is?
Yes, nice, of course. So basically, I'm born in Brazil, right? So I grew up there. I never imagined in my life being in the Middle East.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so far from my family and everything.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, 100%. And then since I was like a teenager, I knew it. I needed to do sports for my life and to help people because they sports saved my life. So I knew what I needed to do for other people. So I'm on the road. I'm 28, but since 14 I'm on the road of the sports. I started with bodybuilding, believe it or not.
Yeah. I feel like most athletes go through that bodybuilding stage, but what a lot of people don't know is that bodybuilding stage gets you all of those muscles that you need so you can go, and then you switch towards endurance sports, didn't you?
Yeah, 100% true. And more than the bodybuilder thing, as a Brazilian, football is on my blood, right?
Okay,
so I played always. And then with 19, 9 years ago, I was doing my graduation for sports science, and then I started with triathlon. One guy introduced it in my life in one gym I was working. So it was amazing experience. It literally changed everything.
Yeah, that's great. I know that you've got a couple of accomplishments as well because you joined a couple of Ironman races, haven't you?
Yes. So I did a few races in Brazil and I got some podiums there. It was amazing as under 23.
Nice.
Was really amazing. But since I'm here in Dubai, I had a few races, especially this year. So I think the best, my top ones were my Ironman Kazakhstan, the full one. What I got the third place there.
Oh wow! Did you say full distance?
Yeah, I did.
Just to let people know about Ironman full distance, right? It's 140.6 miles. So that consists of basically in kilometers. It's 3.8 kilometer swim, and then you got a 180 kilometer bike, and then you got a full marathon, which is a 42.2 kilometer run in the end. And how many hours did you finish that?
I did it around 10 hours.
10 hours.
Yeah,
oh my God, you must be going really quick. And just to let you guys know, you've been doing as well here Olympic sprint distances and all of that. So I've been competing as well with it, and whenever I see Leo on the bike course, especially, I'm trying to go as hard as I can, and then he just flies by me. I'm like, why am I doing this,
No, man, not at all, but thank you so much.
Man. Tell me a little bit more about that. What was going through your mentality, basically, for doing a full Ironman distance? Because I only done one. It took me 14 hours, and I thought I was going to die. After 10 hours, I feel like it was just an autopilot. Even at one point, I'm pretty sure I was just running that marathon in the end, 30 kilometers in. My body just shut down. I was asleep and I was running.
Okay.
And then I woke up, I was like, oh shit, I went off course. And then I had to get back on course. It's so mentally demanding.
Yes.
And the fact that you done it in 10 hours, that's such a high volume that you have to push yourself, and you got third.
Thank you. Thanks so much, man. What I feel the race days, doesn't matter if it's a full Ironman or a half distance, which is the half of each sport or Olympic or sprint. The race day is when I put my emotionals out. So for me, it's very important I compete because I have some kind of stoic thoughts on that. I will do my best with what I had. And then things what happened in my life during all the process through a race, I just keeping to myself until I get out on the race day. So for me, it's really important. And I get on this stoic mode. If I only have one egg, I will do the best fried egg I can do. So I just go into this nirvana level.
Yeah, it's really, really important. I think it's also almost like an emotional outlet that people would do, especially with basically ultra endurance races. If I must say anything above, I think 4 or 5 hours, you have to like really dig in, really dig in, and it's basically like an emotional outlet, like I said. So why triathlon?
Yeah. So basically, because of that.
Because of that, okay.
I think first of all, sports can teach things for us, and for we bring for our life. No one can teach for us. Like if you're a basketball player, for example, you can cry, you can pray, but if you don't work out, if you don't do your job, you're gonna not do 3 points, you're gonna not shot, football players will not score the goal. So sports teach you, you need to do, and if you lose, it's okay. You need to try more and more and more. And a lot of things what I face through my workouts, I can bring to my life. So this is really special for me.
Yeah. And another accomplishment that you've done was you got qualified for the World Championships in Finland, was it? Lahti?
Yes.
What was it, 70.3?
Yes, 70.3.
Okay, 70.3 is basically half the full distance, which is, you've done it through Ironman, right? So it's half Ironman distance, it's also known as. It's got 1.9 kilometer swim, 90 kilometer bike, and then 21.1 kilometer run. So how did that go?
So it was
surely not as hard as the full distance, is it?
Yeah, or it was, because you push until the limit.
I suppose so,
yeah. Always when I end a race, is nothing left. Always. So you can be a sprint or whatever.
Fair enough.
So it was really special because, as I said to you before, it was really far from my reality. Travel the world and those things from where I am. And for the World Championship in Lahti, my family was there. So my family was like supporting me and doing all those things. And I really enjoyed it. It was like perfect. Everything was perfect.
Amazing.
I think there was when my performance flipped. Then I really could run in races because I always struggle a bit with that.
Yeah.
So that place was really good.
Okay.
And basically that, like the World Championship is another level.
Yeah.
And what I got more surprised, like I was in Finland. Then let me check what have around. Then I found a beautiful pool, like nearby to the ocean.
Oh, nice.
So then I said, okay, let me work out. Then I saw a lot of people who did the half Ironman as well, working out already.
Oh, nice.
So this flipped my mind as well. Like the level of these guys is just because of that, because they are working out. Yeah. They are doing, you know. So you just need to do, man. They are not superheroes, you know.
Yeah.
You just need to do.
They're just very, very disciplined, and that's what triathlon, I think, teaches you. You have to be disciplined if you want to reach at a certain level. It's like 3 different things that you must acquire based on a week basis, or the amount of hours that you put in through your training hours. And a lot of people say that I've been reading a lot of infos out there, and it's been saying that you gotta add some strength training when you're doing triathlon. But then I see, but you don't have to do strength training, because sometimes your anaerobic or lactic sprints or anything like that is gonna be enough if you're doing it through heavy gears. What are your opinions on that? How does your training program go based on that?
That's a really important question. Like we need to understand 2 things. We have the metabolic side of the exercise. So of course I don't want my endurance athletes having high VLA max or high volume of lactate. This means through their body, and be efficient with fat and endurance production. But also I need the muscles prepared and the injury free for do the workouts. Yeah. So I think how we play with this is not with the strength by itself, but we playing how to do. So when you do a race, you have a periodization for this race, right? So the swing, you're gonna start beating with more volume or intensity, depends of the coach. The bike the same, and run the same. And strength as well, like how you're gonna play with the loads, the intensity, the rest. All those things matters for you play with the metabolic part of the athlete as well. So for sure it's important. How do you gonna do? It's most effective part. So I don't recommend lift heavy weights towards next year race or those things.
Sure. Probably best in off season.
Yes, you can do that, of course. Which I like a lot is plyometric movements next to the when you are in season. And a concept of VBT, velocity based training. Like you measure the velocity of the speed of the movements and you base it by that. So this is really good and have good knowledge about.
Oh, nice. So we wanna basically keep it as basically more sports specific.
Yes, 100%. Got it. 100%. I don't look for a muscle. I look for a movement. And I don't look just for hypertrophy. I look for power, for strength. So I look for capacities of our body.
And is it mostly like unilateral or bilateral?
Depends of the phase.
Depends on the phase.
Depends of the phase. Because if I see I need to correct some imbalance on your body, you're gonna be unilateral.
And you do that through what? Functional movement screening?
Yes, functional movement screening as well. Sometimes we use power force plates for test the force, and you can see the difference from the balance. So I have a few assessments you can do to understand the body of the person.
That's really, really interesting. So if a person just comes to you and says, yo, Leo, I want to be a top pro athlete, what do you think you're going to be telling him at that time? What does he expect in order for him to reach into that level?
Okay, so the first thing is like it's understand how is the life of the person. Because you need to sacrifice basically everything, right? Like for you to be a top one.
Absolutely.
You need to work really hard. The diet need to be perfect. It's you cannot mess your sleep. So every single thing matters for you to be a top athlete. So understand how is the life of the person. If they have time to work out through the day, because if your work it's like you need to work 15 hours per day, we're gonna not make it. And for how long you can stay doing that. So because endurance, it's a sport, is not like in 6 months you're gonna reach that level. It's like a wine, right? Which older you are getting, which more you are doing, better it's getting. So understand the timeline of this person, like how long you want to reach that, and we work through that.
Oh, nice. And I suppose you've been here in UAE for how long?
2 years.
In 2 years. I think even in 2 years, it's safe to say that there's been a growth in the triathlon industry, basically in the UAE. Like a lot of people are now investing into that. So I think, yes, there is a huge potential for athletes to come in and learn at a higher level, just because you got coaches from like from Brazil, say for example, or UK or even USA that come in and actually like give us their basically knowledge and advices and tips based on that. So one last thing, the way I like to close the show is basically I play a little game with my guests, and that game is I'd say one word. Don't worry. I say one word just to dig into your subconscious, and that's what I'm doing, right? I say one word, and then you have to say the first thing that comes into your head based on that word.
Okay.
I got
try
it
my best.
written over here on my phone. Are you ready?
Yes, inshallah.
All right. Triathlon.
Stoic.
Suffer.
Triathlon.
Nice. I see what you did there. Okay. Success.
Be happy with yourself.
Okay, nice. We gotta be a little bit quicker because you're thinking, aren't you? It's good. Your quick thoughts. All right. Win.
Do your best.
Lose.
Not do your best.
A simple way to put it, but yes, exactly.
I'm sorry if I'm making so simple, but
it is the best. Love that. Okay. Championships.
Prove yourself.
Oh, nice. That's it. Bike.
Speed.
Coach.
Respect.
BR.
My life.
Amazing. Well, thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it. And thank you for tuning in to another one of MA's podcast. Stay tuned. Please subscribe and like the video if you have not, or the podcast. Thank you very much. Take care.